Happy Saturday. Tonight's amend is Rainbow and Rehab. So I am in Kissimmee, Florida, in a rehab place, and I meet, and one of the other clients there is, her name is that I remember is Rainbow. The only reason I remember this name is Rainbow is because she got very friendly with me. This relates to tomorrow night's amend as well, but I do know that she used to write to me after she got out of rehab. She wrote to me, I think, in rehab, and then my home address. And the reason I know this is because years and years later, when I just, came out of the, my personal shutdown, I look back at all the, because I kept all the memorabilia, all the, I kept stuff. And I found at least a dozen letters, if not more, from her signing her name in between her first name and last name was in quotes Rainbow. And the letters were always colorful. They were always hey, how are you? And just very nice letters. And I don't think I replied to a single one. And that there's a historical reasoning for that as well. But this amend goes out to anybody that's ever taken the time to write to me. And right around that time is when it happened. I mean, there was a few people before, but I've actually reached out and made amends to those people. In different summer programs or things like that. But this one was, there was no way to find her. I mean, by the time I started being a person that gives a shit, I think it was too late. And all I know is that the name Rainbow, I think I remember the other parts of the name, but maybe it's Michelle or so, I don't know. But yeah, maybe she's sober, maybe she's dead, maybe she's moved on, maybe she's whatever. It doesn't matter. But this is amend is for you, is for her, is for this person Rainbow that kept writing to me, and I just never. I don't remember writing back. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe I called. Maybe I called, and this is all in my mind of not writing back, but I don't think I called either. And this person just kept writing to me despite my lack of encouragement or response. And it's not because of anything other than, once again, my classist attitude. My social classist attitude just didn't want to bear the responsibility of that acquaintanceship, friendship, relationship, whatever. Same thing happened in rehab. It's like, because she was there, and then, like, we got friendly, and then, tomorrow night amend happened. The reason why I know that it affected her is because towards the end of the rehab, I mean, she really took me aside and just told me that she was upset. So, I guess the amend is twofold. There was a second woman, whatever, the girl, woman, we're all young, that came into rehab after Rainbow. And before that, I gave Rainbow my attention. And of course, once this girl came in, and she got my attention. And I remember Rainbow expressing her distaste for it, or calling me out on it, really. And I think I was just rejecting it, or being dismissive, or being, just being an ass. Somebody's calling me out on my shit. And she sensed it. She goes with it. There's the gut. I do that. And there I am, not so much, gaslighting in the sense that, I mean, I'm not trying to tell her she's wrong. I'm just basically going like, I don't, I just disagree with you, or I don't see it that way, or just deflecting or being defensive about it from that standpoint. And then on top of that, she still wrote to me all those dozen times and more. And I never wrote back that I remember. I couldn't get past not writing letters. I got into a bad habit of not writing letters because when I was young, I was almost forced to write letters to family members. When my mother's like, "Oh, it's time to write a letter. It's time to write a letter." So I just very much. Eventually, those letters were, less content, less content, less content, and until I just didn't want to write letters. I mean, that's where it all comes from, and I certainly didn't rise above it to treat her like a decent human being in the sense that there's a person spending time to write me a letter, multiple ones, and I don't take the time back. Yeah, it's a rotten fucking thing to do, right? And because I'm not defining anything. I could have said, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to hear from you again. Please don't write me letters." I could have said that. I could have I mean, that's not the way I felt. That's what I'm getting at. Is it's not like I was just like, "Oh, whatever." I just didn't care to respond to it one way or another, I think. I didn't want to encourage it or disencourage it. I didn't want to get blamed for either thing, so to speak. And I think that's what made me have that non-action due to my own inability to be authentic in the moment, saying, what do I want from this person? Maybe I should express it. And it's not just her. Other people, like I said, wrote to me letters. Never wrote back. For years. It wasn't anything, I don't think it was until maybe my like early mid-20s that I even started remotely trying to write letters again. And those didn't work too well anyway, but somebody takes the time to give you time, to make time for you. I mean, yeah, maybe they have their own motives. All right, so you don't like their motives? Say, I should have said, hey, this is not meant to hurt your feelings, but, please don't write me again. I'm not interested. Why, you were interested then? I'm all right, fine, I apologize. I was in, none of that was defined. I could have said all that. I didn't. I didn't bother respecting the person that's respecting me enough to correspond with me. This is before internet, before, just, no phone call, just writing. Before email. So to you, I'm sorry, Rainbow. Thank you for letting me share, and thanks for listening.